Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is December the 4th, 2019. Strong hand. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. In motion. Value, wealth, and Bitcoin. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Conviction. Holder of last resort. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about proof of keys and being a holder of last resort in this show. Hello, my elite friends. Remember, if you got a question, I got an answer. Type in Bitcoin Meister in there if you're watching this live, or send a super chat. You got to type in Bitcoin Meister. I don't see it. Or do the super chat. Or I don't see it. All right, because it turns colors. What do we have here? Check out disruptmeister.com. This week in Bitcoin was Boris and Vlad. It was great. It'll be at 2 p.m. this Friday. Benny, that dude Adam from Pennsylvania, who's good. And our Australian buddy will also be on. What's his name? Alex. It will be fun. 2 p.m. Baltimore time on Friday. Tomorrow. Oh, my God. Tomorrow's a busy day for me. 11:45 a.m. Baltimore time. Andy Hoffman will be on this channel. That's the next show. It's coming up real soon already. So tune into this channel in less than 12 hours. Oh, and I have to sleep between now and then. At 9:30 at night tomorrow, I am going to be on the channel of a dude who is he was a fan of what was he? A Grin fan, but he's since changed his name. I'll give him a shout out in a second because I have his new name written down. I will add that to disruptmeister.com, and I hopefully I'll link to it under tomorrow's show with Andy. But the dude's interviewing me on his channel. That's cool. I like to be on other people's channels sometimes. So he's called like International Crypto now or something like that. We'll get to. I have it written down here. Got to go through it. So Bitcoin was the unicorn of the 2010s. This decade that is coming to an end. This is what Balaji had to say. As the decade ends, the biggest unicorn of the 2010s wasn't Uber, AirBNB, or Snap. It was Bitcoin. Pound that like button. Now, of course, Bitcoin is not a company like those guys. Oh, no. But you would have been better off putting your money in Bitcoin than those companies. And to really take advantage of those companies' unicornness, is that a word? Of those companies being unicorns, you would have had to have been an early investor. And to be an early investor, a pre-IPO type of person, or even an IPO type of person, you got to be an accredited investor. You got to go through middlemen, all sorts of stuff. Bitcoin, anyone could have gotten into it. Anyone could still get into it. And who knows what? Bitcoin could still be the unicorn of the 2020s. It will be the leader in the golden age of the 2020s, though. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to the 2020s. What we have, if it's December 4th, 2019, we've got 27 days or something, or less than that, because it's the 5th in some places. Yeah, it's soon. Oh, it is soon. The 2020s. Wow. Okay. Moving on to, Shane Ulrich is in the house. I'd help my mom, my mother-in-law, and my dad and stepmom to all buy Bitcoin in motion. Yeah, Shane Ulrich. You know, something that I forget to say. People ask me, Adam, did any of your friends get into Bitcoin? Did any of your family members? And I always mention, I have one of my siblings, and I have a friend that I bought some for, and then another one bought it on Coinbase. And so I'm only thinking like Baltimore people. Then for some reason, my brain is stuck in Baltimore when people ask me that question. How have I forgotten a million times, the few times I've been asked this question, to mention my college friend Shane, of course, got into Bitcoin. Now, I don't think I got him into Bitcoin, but, you know, our paths recrossed again because of Bitcoin. So there's a friend who's really happy that the Bitcoin Meister exists, definitely. And I kept his hand very strong, and I definitely helped get my old college roommate out of 5th and 6th tier altcoins. I can tell you that. Pound that like button, Shane. Hopefully, I will be up there in 2020. I'll be out west Well, yeah, I got to be in San Francisco on, was it March 26th? Yeah, we'll talk. Okay, moving on from Shane. But it's always good to see my buddy. And that's Shane, Shane. Shane. There's another Shane who used to be on my show, who's also from the West, and he's spells his name differently. And I don't know. I hope he's all right. I haven't seen him for a while. He's busy with life. Life gets in the way, people. When you got these families, and when you have an ex-wife, and when you have all this other stuff. And I'm not saying that my buddy college Shane doesn't have an ex-wife. He's got a wife, but you got all this stuff to take care of. So people disappear sometimes. So Shane with a Y, he has disappeared temporarily. Let's hope he's got some crypto, Bitcoin of some sort. All right. I've been taking, Inventions in the house. Speaking of West Coasters, and that dude is not disappearing. Yeah, man, you can do it, Vention. I have full confidence in you, brother. All right. And I have a flat Vention in honor of you, in honor of your strong strength, your strong hand. There's a flashback video on Twitter where I talk about Mike Hearn. It's linked to below. People should retweet it. It's hilarious. I'll talk about it in 1 second. I have been distracted by my buddy Shane in the chat. Okay, so for those of you who think Bitcoin, who get fudded out by the people that say, Bitcoin is old tech. There are so many. That's a common troll. That right there. Bitcoin is old tech. I've got something you can just share with them right away, and it will just blow them up. Explosive in the good way, not like explosive as in explosive coming out of you. It's bad. Anyway, so coming out of your backside, sometimes it can be explosive. So share this the next time people ask, also why Bitcoin is going to win. This shows you why Bitcoin is going to win. It shows you how many people are working on this. It gives you an idea. How many other coins could say anything close to the following? Ethereum maybe could say this. Are you tired of This is from Lucas Newsy. Are you tired of the Bitcoin is old technology meme? I just published a look at innovation in Bitcoin's technology stack where I map 40 plus edgy protocols being built atop Bitcoin. Let me repeat that. 40 plus edgy protocols being built atop Bitcoin. Okay, how many other coins have protocols being built on top of them, first of all? How many to have 40 protocols built on top of you? At least 40 plus. And again, you read this dude's stuff. You don't need to understand every single one of these. That's what this is, constantly evolving. People constantly building on it. A lot of people, clearly. So that gets rid of a few different FUDs. Yeah, that's why Bitcoin's going to win. It has plenty of people working on it. It's got the first mover advantage, clearly. And it's not old. It's constantly evolving. Now, speaking of constantly evolving, no, this guy is old in the Bitcoin space, but the good type of old. He is a holder of last resort, the originator of the originator of the apex predator. He is the apex predator of holders of last resort, probably. He's got a lot of it. Trace Mayer will be on the show soon on Thursday, December the 12th, the day that I fly out to Tucson, Arizona. It will be at 7 p.m. Pacific time. That's 10 p.m. in Baltimore, 7 p.m. in LA and Seattle and Portland, and 8 p.m. in Tucson and Denver. So I got to get from the airport in Tucson to my Airbnb and pray that internet works pretty well. And by 8 p.m. Mountain Time, and Trace will be on the show to talk about proof of keys. Again, I will say plenty of reminders. December 12th, that is Thursday, the day I leave Baltimore for Tucson, where I will be until January the 14th. And after January 14th, it's a mystery where I will be. I don't know yet. I'm working on that. I want to be somewhere warm-ish. Now, Trace does have this tweet out there, and it says that 1.925 million Bitcoin supposedly being held at, and that is over 10% of all the Bitcoin ever created, at Coinbase, BitMEX, Bitstamp, Bitfinex, Kraken, Bittrex, CoinCheck, Poloniex, just waiting to be lost. Like so many others. Have you tried to withdraw any lately? Not your keys, not your coins. proofofkeys.com. That is also linked to below. So on January 30th, January 3rd, make sure you've got all your Bitcoin off those exchanges, people. They've got people. There are so many, I don't know what to call them. People who don't want to control their private keys that are relying on these third parties, and they get hacked often. We've had 9 major hacks this year, and we probably have yet to experience the biggest hack of all time. Yeah, that's scary, isn't it? The biggest crypto exchange hack of all time probably hasn't happened yet. So why are you even risking it? And so Trace will, of course, be talking about proof of keys. He started blasting this stuff out now because it's a month away. It's a month away. So you guys spread the word. And by the way, this shirt in Japanese says Satoshi on it. You can get shirts like this linked to below. Who's this one made by? I forgot. They make my is it on here too? They make my jacket that I'll wear this pretty soon. Does it say who makes this darn thing? They're out of Arizona, I think, or New York and Arizona. They're good guys. They're linked to below. They're good. Thanks for the shirts, dudes. but anyway, all the people that make the shirts are linked to below. So just because I'm forgetting their name doesn't mean they got credit down there. And the Piggy, his discount code is linked to below. Also, I have it's always listed down there, way down there. It's like Meister something. You get a discount because people have been buying stuff from him after they see it here. Piggies. I wore that yesterday. Check out yesterday's show, disruptmeister.com, and follow me on Twitter at TechBalt. And so if you're following me on Twitter at TechBalt, you will see that, that I tweeted out this Mike Hearn rage quit video that I made in January of 2016, where I say that, it just fell to $390 and we're all going to laugh at this by the end of the year. This will just be a blip on the radar. And guess what? I just bought 2 more Bitcoin because of this. How many of you can just buy 2 Bitcoin right now, by the way? I know sadly, not many of you can just drop whatever it is, $14,000 right now. Back then, of course, 2 Bitcoin cost me less than $800 total. It was, there was 390 plus 390, whatever that is. Yeah, of course. It's 780. Late night math, pound that like button. And also, one thing I was wrong about in that video, I predicted that Andreas Antonopoulos would soon make a video kind of ripping him apart. And I didn't fully get Andreas at that point. He's not the one to get into direct confrontation. I was hoping he would do that. But what he did over time, Mike Hearn wrote this big, I guess it was in the New York Times, they published it. I forgot who published it, but just ripping on Bitcoin, all this FUD. And over time, Andreas addressed every one of those points. And a lot of people addressed every one of Mike Hearn's rage quits FUD points. And yes, in the long term, it's almost 4 years since I made that video, since the rage quit, that was in January of 2016, Mike Hearn was wrong and Adam Meister was freaking right. And you can watch that on Twitter, retweet it. It's linked to below. Pound that like button. That's right, Andrea. Okay. So halving hype, by the way, after this proof of keys thing, we're going to have to start doing the halving hype hashtag. Because it's going to start to talk about the halving, and it's just like it's not our responsibility. It's a nice thing to do to remind everyone to get their coins, not your keys, not your coins, to get them off these exchanges. It's nice to remind everyone that the new Bitcoin supply is going to get cut in half in May, so people understand the scarcity of this asset and what it's all about. Unlike they don't keep printing more and more of it, they keep printing less and less of it until they're not going to be printing any of it anymore. Hopefully when we're all living off of life extension technology that we purchased with our Bitcoin savings after the year 2100. Pound that like button for the golden age and life extension technology. Did I just get rid? Okay, let me just type that in. All right. So we'll talk more about halving hype another day. 11:40. So I mentioned Andy Hoffman will be on 11:45 in the morning on Thursday, which is really soon. And I can't find the name of the dude show that I'm going to be on. He changed his name. I'm gonna do a mid-show lookup real quick here because he sent me a DM. Let's see if Adam can do this real quick. What's he call himself now? The show I'm going to be on. I'm going to link to it. Don't worry. We got emails from we got all sorts of people contacting me here over my DM. And there's Potcoin. That's not who it is. Oh yes, offshore crypto. Offshore crypto. Find him. I'll be on the show at 9:30 p.m. Tomorrow on Thursday, and I will put that in disruptmeister.com. I will add that to disruptmeister.com once it is live, or he'll hopefully tweet it out. If you follow me on Twitter, I will retweet when it's going live and all that stuff, so you can see this. All right, I am looking quickly in the chat. Shane is awesome. He's helping his mother-in-law and his mom, helping them get Bitcoin. We got Philippines seems to be pretty Bitcoin friendly these days, says Roger. Well, that's good. I've always wanted to go to the Philippines. I had a close friend in middle school and high school. He's still my friend whose family's from there. One day I'll make it out to the Philippines. Not during like monsoon season, but of course. All right. Next on the agenda, besides talking about who's coming on the show. All right. Am I gonna? Well, no one's at. I noticed that. Oh God. Not the one of those crypto dividends out there by the person. I'm not even going to name it. I'll name him a little later. It's like 17 Satoshis, and the exchange where you're supposed to sell it at. And I haven't claimed it yet, by the way. I haven't claimed that one yet. Hex, I haven't claimed that yet. It's selling at 17 Satoshis. It was 40 Satoshis yesterday. And the 24-hour trading volume is half of the Mimble coin exchange's trading volume. So I don't know what to say. I don't know how to interpret that at all. I don't even know how much of that is out there. I don't even read. The guy could just make it simple. How many of them are going to be, just put it on the page. How many are going to be made? But it's this complicated thing. I mean, so I don't even know how many of those hex things are printed. Obviously, a lot of them. Whatever. I haven't done it yet. We'll talk about that in a second, because there's a lot of noise with that. So just remember, this is from Caitlin Long. Just remember, the more the U.S. threatens to weaponize access to its banking system as a policy tool, the greater the incentive is for all users to create a plan B alternative just in case they too lose access. Threats like this have unseen consequences. That is a good reminder that if more and more entities that are kicked out of the U.S. banking system, it's going to scare other people to set up a plan B, just in case they get kicked out. Who knows who else is going to get kicked out? So really, a lot of entities don't have to be kicked out of the U.S. Traditional banking system for a lot of other entities to wake up to the fact that they have to have a plan B. So I think everyone should. Why not? Everyone should have a plan B. You should not value your wealth in fiat. You should set up a backup system. Whether you be a country or an international corporation of some sort, a controversial entity, set up a plan B now. And that is going to help Bitcoin. Have your Bitcoin plan B set up. So that's a great reminder by Caitlin Long, a good tweet. It is linked to below. So yeah, people ask me, I don't know why people really ask me this. If they fully most people say, oh yeah, I knew you were going to say that, Adam, when they ask me this question. Like, have you seen the video of Richard Hart say blah, 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 blah on blah, 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 blah's channel and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it's like noise. It's 80% stuff. No, I haven't. Why? Why would I see that stuff? What does it have to do with me? And so I see this tweet by David Nage, who was on my This Week in Bitcoin show a few weeks ago. And he says, I used to write a weekly called Signal to Noise. The majority of things today are noise. Those who can tune it all out will succeed. So for the people who ask me that question, go to my links below, click on that David Nage tweet and read it and take it very seriously. The majority of things today are noise. Those who can tune it out will succeed. If you fall for the noise, It's the noise maker who's going to succeed. You will fail. Pound that like button. So no, I don't hear crud like that, okay? I don't waste my time on that. Thus, what would I spend my time all these years doing? Buying and freaking holding. Thus, I am in the situation where I am. And other people, how does he do it? How does he do it? Because I don't watch. I tune out the noise. Don't want to say any bad words on this channel. Yet, is this Korean writing on your shirt? Says client Seesberg. You missed the beginning of the show, I think. It's Japanese, and it says Satoshi. Because I only wear Bitcoin shirts on this show, except when I wear my tie. And maybe there've been other in the long ago past when I didn't have like 50 Bitcoin shirts. And I thank everyone who've sent me these beautiful shirts. I'm a model, if you know what I mean. And I shake my little butt on the catwalk. Is that how that song used to go? Yeah. All right. I'm a model, if you knew it. That is like a total European song. Like when I first hearing it, you're like, this song is so weird. But it's if you've ever been to Europe, then it's not too weird. Look, there's a noisemaker in there right now. A one who used to have a real dirty mouth. He kind of at least this guy who follows the cult, at least he cleaned his language up. I give him credit for that. You got it takes to get someone out of a cult. You take him one step at a time. Good. You stop cursing. That's good. Now you just have to stop believing Jim Jones and drinking the Kool-Aid. One step at a time, dude. No, and again, ignore that guy's noise. He makes a lot of noise. At least he's not cursing anymore. So another reason, David Nage was actually commenting on an article from CoinDesk. Meme wars say about crypto. All right, this article by what's her name? I met her in Israel. I mean, this article is complete noise too. It's a Bitcoin Yenta. It's Bitcoin Yenta. No, it's Yenta. It's gossip. It's like, how does gossip affect the price? Oh, gossip is taking up so much. Twitter, it's just gossip. It's totally noise. She's being the Bitcoin Yenta here by writing about this stuff. Don't be a Bitcoin Yenta. This stuff doesn't matter. I don't care what Justin's son picks his nose and puts it on Warren Buffett's plate. And that'll cause a difference in his altcoin, or Warren Buffett will say something. This article, it's totally CoinDesky, and Bitcoin Yenta. I mean, what can I say? That's the type of article it is, a Bitcoin Yenta article. And don't be a Bitcoin Yenta. I was going to put that in the title. You can only put so much in the title. I wanted to put Bitcoin Yenta in the title. CoinDesk, terrible articles a lot of the times. That's why we don't really usually talk about CoinDesk articles here, because they're the same. I can predict, like in the next month, there'll be this country is using blockchain. This company is using blockchain. I mean, how many times? Paul F sent $2.99 Australian dollars. The Bitcoin force is strong in this one. Pound that like button. You better believe it. I've got conviction up the yin yang, baby. You know it. I'm up in the middle of the night. A new show every day. And I'm going to have a new show soon with Andy Hoffman when I wake up in the morning. And all right, that's a reason to talk about having hype. Okay, now things are coming together. You should see my notes list here. It is it's all over the place. So I'll leave you with two things. For all you people into tech, Peter Wuille has an interesting Peter Wuille comment on the issues involved in adding confidential transactions to Bitcoin. It is linked to below. You can read it. It involves sidechain commentary and all this other stuff that I don't fully understand. And to me, I don't think we should rush this. He doesn't think we should rush this either. I mean, it seems like a couple of the alternatives he gives to add confidential transactions. I mean, side chains could be created. I really don't like. It could cause some confusion. It really, and we're not desperate for this type of thing yet. So you can read, and I don't fully understand all of his points, all the technology. I didn't take the time to summarize it all, but it's not worth. it's not, it's a little way off. It's a long way off, little way off. Who knows? Not this decade. I mean, it'll be in the 2020s at some point, I assume, where we really have to have a serious discussion about confidential transactions. Right now, I'm not too worried. But for those of you who like this stuff, it's linked to below. There's your tech stuff of the day. And if you don't want, if you don't understand this stuff, I recommend you don't read it because you might get freaked out or something like that. Russell Okung, we'll end with him. He has a new, I think his name now on Twitter is Bitcoin Cleats Guy. And he has these BTC paid cleats, kicks for a cause. And I didn't know about this because I don't watch the NFL, but apparently all the players are going to have these cleats that they have custom made with the cause that they support. Well, Russell, he's a big Bitcoin fan. He wants people to use Bitcoin. BTC Pay is his cause, and that's his cleats. And kicks for a cause, Chargers players in collaboration with the NFL will don their custom-made cleats as part of the NFL's My Cause, My Cleats initiative during Week 14's matchup against the Jaguars at home versus the Vikings in Week 15. And then there's there's a picture. There's two links to the Chargers page, and then to Russell's Twitter feed, where you can see what these cleats look like, and it clearly says BTC Pay really clearly. Hey, every little bit helps. The free marketing is awesome, dude. And finally, we're talking about my buddy Bitco. What's Bitco's? I want to say it right. Bitco Yanowski and his. I mean, I showed some of these yesterday. You can find him. He's linked to in yesterday's video. And I said he should partner up with Piggies. And they already partnered up. And maybe I knew it in the back of my head because I actually have some Piggy stickers, I believe, that were designed by Bitco Yanowski. So I thought, yeah, I should get these guys together. They already got together. It also shows you what a small freaking world the Bitcoin holder universe is, where dudes with these really creative projects, and I say these are creative because they don't involve technology at all. They involve art and a piggy bank. Just, anyone, you don't have to be a tech genius to do stuff like this. And they are in motion and they are doing well because of this stuff. This is great. This just shows you the opportunity in this space. But it might show you that few people are taking that opportunity if they already know each other. These two entrepreneurs already have gotten together in the space. So that's really cool that, and this one, this is BT, something with BTC Pay he has on here. I don't know. All right. So we got all sorts of cool stickers. Bitco Yanowski, he's linked to below yesterday's video. These guys are in motion. Thanks a lot, dudes. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Thanks a lot for the support today, people. And thanks for being there with the super chats and everything. Pound that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, bang that bell button, click on that square. I will see you tomorrow at 11:45 a.m. in the morning. Am I off air? What is going on here? I can't stop. What happened to my screen? Oh, there it is. I just lost something. I'll see you guys at 11:40. Technical difficulties. I'll see you guys at 11:45 a.m. Baltimore time with Andy Hoffman Thursday morning. See ya.